Future technology. 12 visions for a better world. Every day, people all over the world come up with new ideas for improving the future. We've compiled a list of some of the most promising possible technological breakthroughs that will change the world. These 25 ideas will amaze you, whether it's for bettering health, resolving food shortages, or simply enhancing virtual reality. First, synthetic eyes. Look to the destiny. Bionic eyes have been a mainstay of technology fiction for many years. However, now actual international studies are starting to trap up with some distance-sighted storytellers. A raft of technologies is coming to market that restores sight to human beings with exceptional sorts of vision impairment. In January 2021, Israeli surgeons implanted the sector's first synthetic cornea right into a bilaterally blind, 78 to 12 months old man. When his bandages have been removed, the affected person could examine and recognize a circle of relatives' contributors at once. The implant also fuses obviously to human tissue without the recipient's body rejecting it. Likewise, in 2020, Belgian scientists developed an artificial iris suited for clever touch lenses that accurately a number of imaginative and prescient disorders. And scientists are even running on wireless mind implants that bypass the eyes altogether. Researchers at Monash College in Australia are operating on trials for a gadget whereby users wear a pair of glasses equipped with a camera. This sends information immediately to the implant, which sits on the floor of the mind and gives the person a rudimentary feel of sight. Two human-powered wearables. Scientists have determined a manner to reap a number of the power you spend while you work out and flip it into energy. Nobody might be plugging themselves into the grid anytime quickly. However, researchers at the College of Colorado, Boulder, trust their technology ought to power a heart fee screen or health tracker. The group changed into able healthy thermoelectric mills into stretchable movie bands that may be worn across the wrist. They value less than $10 to make, and due to the fact they're crafted from liquid steel and polymer, they may be both self-healing and clean to recycle. 3 airports for drones and flying taxis. Our congested cities are in determined need of a breather, and alleviation might also come from the air instead of the roads. Plans for a distinct form of shipping hub, one for transport drones and electric-powered air taxis, are becoming a reality, with the primary city airport receiving funding from the United Kingdom authorities. It's being built in Coventry. The hub might be a pilot scheme and hopefully proof of idea for the employer at the back of it. Powered completely off-grid by way of a hydrogen generator, the concept is to remove the need for as many shipping vehicles and personal cars on our roads, changing them with a smooth alternative inside the shape of a new kind of small plane, with designs being developed by using Hyundai and Airbus, among others. Infrastructure goes to be vital. Firms just like the Civil Aviation Authority are searching into the established order of air corridors that might link a city center with a nearby airport or distribution center. 4 clever sutures that detect infections. How does a health practitioner know while an affected person's wound is infected? Nicely, they could look forward to the patient to start displaying symptoms of contamination, or they may talk to a high college student from Ohio who has evolved an imaginative and life-saving invention. At the age of 17, Dacia Taylor invented sutures that alternate coloration from vibrant purple to dark purple when a wound turns into infected, detecting a change in the pores and skin's pH level. While a wound from an injury or surgical operation turns infected, its pH rises from 5 to 9. Taylor discovered that beetroot juice obviously modifications coloration at a pH of 9, and used that as a dye for suture cloth. Even as different solutions are available, smart sutures covered with a conductive fabric can experience the status of a wound by modifications in electric resistance and ship a message to a phone. Those are much less beneficial in growing international locations in which cell phone use is not giant. 5 energy-storing bricks. Scientists have determined a manner to shop strength within the pink bricks that are used to construct homes. Researchers led by way of Washington College in St. Louis, in Missouri, U.S., have evolved a way that can turn the cheap and widely available constructing material into smart bricks that could shop strength like a battery. Despite the fact that the studies are still in the evidence of idea stage, the scientists declare that walls made of those bricks may want to save a sizable quantity of electricity, and can be recharged masses of thousands of instances within an hour. Red brick device evolved by using chemists at Washington University in St. Louis lighting up an inexperienced mild-emitting diode. Copyright Darcy Laboratory, Washington University in St. Louis. The researchers developed a method to convert red bricks into a type of energy garage tool known as a supercapacitor. This involved placing an undertaking coating, known as PEDOT, onto brick samples, which then seeped through the fired brick's porous shape, changing them into energy-storing electrodes. Iron oxide, which is the red pigment within the bricks, helped with the procedure, the researchers stated. 6 Robot Guide Puppies. A scholar at Loughborough University has designed a robotic manual canine to be able to help assist visually impaired people who are not able to house a real animal. The product, designed by way of Anthony Camus, replicates the capabilities of a guide dog as well as programming short and secure routes to destinations with the usage of actual time information. Thea, named after the Titan goddess of sight, is a portable and concealable handheld tool that courses customers via outside environments and massive indoor areas with very little input. Using a special control moment gyroscope, CMG, Thea moves customers' hands and physically leads them, just like holding the brace of a guide dog. The device is designed to manage real-time online data, inclusive of site visitors' density, pedestrians and automobiles, and climate, to guide users correctly and competently to their destinations. It's going to have a fail-secure manner for high-risk eventualities, including crossing busy roads, pushing the consumer back into a manual mode, similar to the usage of a cane. 7 sweat-powered smartwatches. Engineers at the University of Glasgow have advanced a new kind of bendy supercapacitor, which shops power, replacing the electrolytes discovered in conventional batteries with sweat. It may be fully charged with as little as 20 microliters of fluid and is powerful enough to live on 4,000 cycles of the styles of flexes and bends it would come upon in use. The device works by means of coating polyester cellulose material in a thin layer of a polymer, which acts as the supercapacitor's electrode. As the material absorbs its wearer's sweat, the tremendous and negative ions within the sweat have interaction with the polymer's surface, developing an electrochemical reaction that generates electricity. Traditional batteries are less expensive and extra considerable than ever earlier but they're frequently constructed using unsustainable materials that are dangerous to the surroundings, says Professor Ravinder Dahaya, head of the Bendable Electronics and Sensing Technology Quality Organization, primarily based at the College of Glasgow's James Watt College of Engineering. That makes them hard to eliminate accurately and probably harmful in wearable gadgets, wherein a broken battery may want to spill toxic fluids directly to the skin. What we've been capable of for the first time is a display that human sweat presents an actual opportunity to cast off those poisonous substances totally, with brilliant charging and discharging overall performance. 8 Self-recuperation. Residing concrete, microorganism developing and mineralizing within the sand hydrogel shape. Copyright Colorado University Boulder, PA. Scientists have evolved what they named dwelling concrete by way of using sand, gel, and microorganism. Researchers said this building cloth has a structural load-bearing characteristic, is able to self-recuperate, and is more environmentally pleasant than concrete. That's the second most fed on cloth on the earth after water. The group from the University of Colorado Boulder believes their paintings pave the manner for future constructing structures that would heal their very own cracks, suck up dangerous pollutants from the air or even glow on command. 9 Residing Robots. Copyright Douglas Blackiston, Tufts College, PA. Tiny hybrid robots made using stem cells from frog embryos should sooner or later be used to swim around human bodies to particular areas requiring medicinal drugs or to gather microplastic within the oceans. Those are novel residing machines, said Josh Bingard, a laptop scientist and robotics professional at the College of Vermont, who co-evolved the millimeter-wide bots, called xenobiotics. They're neither a conventional robot nor an acknowledged species of animal. It's a new magnificence of artifact, a living, programmable organism. 10 Tactile digital fact. Researchers from Northwestern University have developed a prototype device that targets to place touch inside VR's reach. The usage of a bendy material fitted with tiny vibrating additives that may be attached to the pores and skin. The gadget, called epidermal VR, might be beneficial in other instances as well, from an infant touching a display relaying the gesture to a family member placed some other place, to help human beings with amputations renew their feel of contact. In gaming, it may alert players when a strike takes place at the corresponding body part of the sporting character. The team's layout capabilities: 32 vibrating actuators on a skinny 15 cm by 15 cm silicone polymer which sticks directly to the pores and skin without tape or straps and is freed from big batteries and wires. It makes use of close-to-subject verbal exchange, NFC, technology, that's used in many smartphones for mobile payment today, to transfer the statistics. The result is a skinny, lightweight device that can be worn and used without constraint indefinitely, says Professor John A. Rogers, who worked at the project. Scientists hope that the era could eventually discover its way into clothing, allowing human beings with prosthetics to put on VR shirts that talk touch through their fingertips. 11 Net for all people. Hyper microsatellite. We will seem to live without the net. How else could you study sciencefocus.com ? Closing parenthesis, however still best round 1/2, the world's populace is hooked up. There are numerous motives for this, which includes monetary and social reasons, but for a few, the net just isn't handy due to the fact they have no connection. Google is slowly seeking to resolve the hassle of the use of helium balloons to beam the internet to inaccessible regions, at the same time as Facebook has abandoned plans to do the identical usage of drones, which means companies like Hyper are stealing a march. They've taken a distinctive approach by means of launching their own network of shoebox-sized microsatellites into low Earth orbit, which wakes up a modem plugged into your laptop or device while it flies over and provides your data. Their satellites orbit the Earth 16 times an afternoon and are already being used by corporations like the British Antarctic Survey to provide network access to the very excess of our planet. Read greater about the Destiny era. Dude, where's my flying vehicle? 11 future technologies. We're nonetheless waiting for thrilling new green technology of the future. 12 coronary heart tracking T-shirt. Wearable sports bands that degree your coronary heart charge are nothing new, but as numerous studies have shown, the accuracy can range wildly, especially in case you rely upon them to remember calories. In standard, that's pleasant if you just want an idea of the way hard you're running out, but for experts, accuracy is the entirety. Using an unmarried lead ECG revealed into the cloth, this new T-blouse from smart materials company KYMIRA will as it should measure heartbeats and upload them to the cloud through Bluetooth. As soon as there, algorithms method the statistics to accurately stumble on irregular heartbeats which include arrhythmia heartbeats, that could prove lifestyle saving. And it's no longer simply athletes who could benefit. The opportunities this product offers both sportspeople and most people is astounding, says Tim Brownstone, CEO and founder of KYMIRA. We envisage developing this product to be used for scientific packages to allow individuals who can also already be afflicted by coronary heart conditions enough warning of a coronary heart assault.